Hi everybody, and welcome back to my vlog, Sweet Caroline RD2B. I am of course Caroline Williams, and today on the show we are going to be talking about how to be healthy on a cruise ship. I just came back from a 4-night cruise with Royal Caribbean last week, which was so much fun. And so during my vacation I was taking mental notes on how to be healthy on a cruise ship to share with you guys, in case you were planning a cruise vacation or interested in cruising, or you're thinking, man, people go on cruise ships and it's just all you can eat, which is true, but how do you stay healthy when you're in a situation where you have food at your service 24 hours? So today we're going to be talking a little bit about that. Before we begin with the actual main part of the show, I want to add a new portion to our show, listener questions. So I want to hear from my viewers what kind of questions you guys have, and at the end of every show I will answer a question, or if it's long enough then I will do an episode on your question or something that you want to hear about. So you can either email me at sweetcarolineRD2B@gmail.com. You can comment on the Facebook when I share the link on the Instagram account, and you can also comment on the YouTube page, and I'll be able to see everything in those 4 locations. So let me know what kind of questions or what kind of things you would like me to talk about on the show, and I will try to incorporate those. So let's get started. So first and foremost, I want to talk about, is there really 24/7 food access? The answer is yes. On a cruise ship, you feel like you can always eat. You're never going to go hungry on a cruise ship, that is for sure. So today I'm going to be talking about my experience specifically. I cruised with Royal Caribbean on the Independence of the Seas. However, any of the Royal Caribbean ships, some of them will be similar, and then any other cruise line, Carnival, Norwegian, Disney, Celebrity, just to name a few, should be fairly similar. So you can get kind of a big picture idea from what I talk about today. So where can you get the food on the cruise ship? So there is room service if you would like to call room service up and have breakfast, lunch, dinner, snack, 3 a.m. snack delivered to your room, and they have a menu. There's also something on Royal Caribbean ships called the Windjammer. There's something similar on every other cruise ship. Basically, this is where you can get the buffet style food. And so they have everything from stuff to make salads, to fruits, to cold cuts, to hamburgers, hot dogs, steak, spaghetti, pasta, rice, you name it, they have it at this huge buffet. So first and foremost, when I would go to the Windjammer, I would always go to their salad section. I think they called it From the Garden, or something similar. And even if I didn't want a full salad as my main course, my main meal, I would still go and choose some of the toppings that they had. So they had fresh vegetables and different dips there, and so I would make sure that I got a vegetable at my mealtime. They also had nearby an entire fruit bar. So they had bananas, apples, kiwi. They also had cut up like pineapple and cantaloupe, and so I was able to get in fresh veggies and fruit fairly easily there, which was really nice and really great. I just want to point out, a lot of people when they go on vacation, they don't want to necessarily eat healthy or, just eat a salad. Totally understand that. Even if you want to go to the American bar with the hamburgers and hot dogs and french fries, you can still enjoy a hamburger and go to the fruit bar and get some different slices of fruit as well. So there are options for fruit and vegetables. So going along with the My Plate guidelines to fill your plate halfway with fruits and vegetables, that's what I would try to do. Then the other half of your plate should be with a grain and a protein. So I normally went with the rice that they had. The rice that they served was really, really great. It was a nice fluffy white rice. It was really good. Yes, white rice, but I did enjoy that, and so I made sure to get a little bit of a grain, as well as some protein. So they had chicken, they had cold cuts, they had lots of different type of meats available. So that was really great, and I was able to find that fairly easily. Another point that I want to throw out there is people, when they get on these cruise ships, they act like they have never seen food. They don't know where their next meal is coming from, and people are getting 2, 3, 4 plates of food. Not joking. It's really great people watching at this buffet. And so you don't have to feel like you have to consume every single food option that they have. That's just a great tip for when you go to buffets in general. But again, you can still enjoy those foods. You can still enjoy the pasta, the hamburger, whatever they have, but in good portion sizes. So even if you want seconds, there were a lot of people who were getting 3 and 4 plates and then a dessert plate. So just make sure you're keeping your portions, in the back of your head, and be mindful of that as well. That's really important to keep in mind, even when you are on vacation. So drinks. The only free drinks that they have, and I can only speak to Royal Caribbean, I'm not sure about the other cruise lines, they have water, iced tea, not sweet tea for us Southerners, just iced tea and lemonade, and then just generic coffee. If you want any type of soda or alcoholic beverages, things of that nature, you have to buy an additional drink package to be able to consume those. However, this can be really beneficial to people on vacation if you are trying to stay within budget and are trying to stay, on the healthy side. Just don't buy the additional drink package. You can also buy, a soda once or twice. Same with the alcoholic beverages if that's what you choose to do. It's more budget friendly to buy the package if you're going to consume more than one in a day. So anyways, going back to what I was saying, that's a really great tip to keep in mind if you're like, I don't need to be consuming sodas, or I don't need to be taking on the extra calories with the alcoholic beverages, or whatever it may be. That's not free range. So that's good for us trying to be healthy and keep that in check. So moving on from the Windjammer with Royal Caribbean, or the buffet style, moving on to the main dining room. So this is where you dress up really nice for dinner. They also offer a breakfast and lunch, and this is like the formal seating with the nice place setting, and you get a menu and you're able to order everything off of the menu. So I'm going to link some pictures onto this so you can see I took a picture of 2 of the dinner menus that we had available, and they have really, really great options. Something to note, these portion sizes are portion sizes that we should be consuming. It's not, the typical American portion size where we have doubled or even tripled what the portion should be, and you're not doing it, so it's not like the Windjammer of the buffet where you are just loading food on yourself. When they bring it out to you, they bring out a plate, and it's the appropriate portion size. So I do think that there are ways to, not gain a ton of weight or to still stay healthy on the cruise ship just by staying in the main dining room. So, for example, one night, a few examples of the main courses that you could choose from: classic fish and chips, roasted turkey, a lamb shank, aged prime rib. So those were some of the options available, and then some of the dessert options: warm chocolate cake, cheesecake. Again, these were within appropriate sizes. So this was a really good way to make sure that I was eating in check, and I was also able to kind of explore and expand what I normally eat on a daily basis. I had calamari and lobster, and those of you who know me, I'm sure your mouths have dropped because you're like, I'm very, very picky. So that was exciting that I was able to try some of that on the ship. So the main dining room is a really great way to, again, keep your portions in check, to try new foods, and also eat healthy but enjoy your vacation. So when you're in the main dining room, you order an appetizer, a main course, and then a dessert, and they bring all three out at the appropriate time when you finish. There's also bread on the table. Bread is my number one weakness personally, and so there were some nights that I had to limit myself at 2 rolls of bread, just really, really good. And on the cruise ship, they hand make the bread in their bakery on the ship every single morning, so it's absolutely delicious. So that's something else. The only thing that you need to be mindful of portion-wise when you are dining in the main dining room. Other than the main dining room and the buffet, on the cruise ship that I boarded and I was on, they had almost 24 hours a day pizza available on one of the little shops on the ship. So it was free. You could just walk up and ask for the slices of pizza that they had. They had cheese, pepperoni, veggie, different kinds. And so that is something I saw people at every single hour of the day consuming pizza. It was the same people I saw in the Windjammer having 3 or 4 plates of food. So just because there is food sitting out there doesn't mean that you have to eat it. That would be tip number 1 that I would really, really, really recommend and tell people, that just because there's so much food on the ship doesn't mean that you have to consume it all in one time period. Not only does the cruise ship have unlimited or all-you-can-eat pizza, basically, they also have unlimited soft-serve ice cream on the pool deck. There is a staff member who works, sorry about that. There is a staff member who works the soft-serve ice cream. And so he's just taking cones and pouring, depending on the day, they'll either have vanilla, chocolate, or you can get a swirl of the two. That line is always crazy long. Everybody always wants to get soft-serve ice cream. So while ice cream is great, I think on my 4-night trip, I only had it one time. Just limit yourself. Usually you're having dessert at every meal for dinner, on top of the ice cream. And if you go to the buffet, they have lots and lots of handmade desserts that day. So that's just another thing to be mindful and cautious of. Don't feel like you have to overindulge yourself in the soft-serve ice cream. Other than eating food, other ways to stay healthy on the ship: walking. These ships are humongous. They are ginormous, even just walking up and down the stairs. So my room number, I was on floor 3, the 3rd level of the ship, and to get up to like the pool deck and most things, we had to walk up to deck 11. So we were walking up lots and lots of stairs. By the end of it, my quads were hurting. It was really burning. But instead of taking the elevator that are on the ship, just walk up the stairs, walk back and forth, walk everywhere. That's a really great way to just be active, even though when you're on vacation, something that you just might not think about while you're on board the ship. Also, so don't take the elevators, walk everywhere. Also, there is a gym or fitness center on these ships. So if you're someone who likes to stay active or you want to stay active, that is available as well. On the ship that I was on, there was also a running track on the top, like around the pool deck area, or one floor above the pool deck area. And so that was really pretty to go and run in the morning before all the activities start, and it's just nice and breezy and the sun isn't up yet. So that's another way to stay fit, stay active, stay healthy when you are on board the ship. So that is it. To wrap it up, I want to emphasize my listener questions again. If you have anything that you want me to answer on the show, or you want me to do an entire show on your question, just comment it on either the Instagram post, the Facebook status that I'll post with this link, or on YouTube. Just comment right below. Say, this is what I would like you to talk about. If you have any questions or comments about today's episode about staying healthy on a cruise ship, please let me know. I would love to hear from you guys. I hope you're having a great 2019, and I can't wait to hear your questions.